to this video tutorial. In this video tutorial, we are going to build up the simple page using CMS. So we just try to create the backend first before we're going to integrate with the templates that we will do in the next video. So for now, we are going to build the how to build the backend first for this simple website, simple single page in for website. Okay, before we going, when we building website inside CMS, usually it is like building a house or a Lego. So first, if you want to build, we can go to settings and set your local. So in this video, I'm using a dev environment to build a backend, to build a system for the website. So inside here, you find in setting you find the fields section, assets, global, categories, and text. So for now, we will try to use these three items first: fields, section, and assets. Okay, what is fields, what is sections, and what is asset? So first we do with assets. Asset itself is this asset is how to put the value to save our assets. Assets mean like image, to upload our assets like image, video, and etc. So for example, we are going to create new value. So example, we name assets. This public URL, yes. So base URL. So what is base URL for our volume? We can use HTTPS like this. Or it is better if we use the environment variable. So in here, to set up here, you can go to your code. You can find the env files. So I already set up here. So I already put the two value here. The name is up to you. So this one I put here two new items. First, base assets URL and base assets page. So this base asset URL is base assets is the asset URL will be open in for when we open our image and extra. For example, my base URL is here like this. So if I want to open one image, so the URL will become like this. So this one is the base URL for our assets, and the path is where it will be stored. So in here I put the assets, so it is under here. So our root folder is inside the web. So the best part is put assets, so it will be saved in here. Let's go back to our cPanel. To our admin. So here is base URL. So volume tab. The craft by default only support local folder, but if you need to upload inside using the other service, for example, if you using AWS, you can install a plugin to support this one. So for now we will use local folder first. So this one with page is assets. So fill out, you just left it as it is since we don't need it yet. So let's try to save. So we have the new assets here. So if we try to upload something, okay, let's try checks and try to open. Oh, so still getting error, right? Okay, I think I made a mistake here. So because our group is inside web, so the base asset URL is not web/asset web. For mine is using this one. So to access this file is because this web is root, so it is under folder assets and this folder. So let's try to. Okay, it's working fine. So how about fields and section? So let's say I have something like this for our single page. Here is a carousel, some description, popular image and popular entries and image. So let's imagine this one is a home page. So the section is, so the field is, let's try to imagine a building website is like building house. So inside houses there is a window, door, and etc. Right? So window, door, and etc. is represents is like a carousel. So for example, window is a carousel, door is description, and the others is like this. So field is the component inside the host. So it is the component to build the website itself. So the field is the component to build the page. So here I already create one. Here is a description. So let's try to create one. Oh, sorry, if you want to and here example is to create a new field. There is component like name, hello, default instructions. So for example, if you want to put instruction to make it easier user to understand what's these fields, so you can put in here. So there is a checklist here. Use these fields value as search resource. So what is here? This one is a graph have a, when we save the entries, the graph will build the search index. So search index will be used when we try to query some things, and the graph will create the search index, search table to create this one. So if you want the value inside this value will be searchable, you can check this. And next is the file type. So by default is this one is the field that's supported by graph. So because it is only description, I only put plain text. For the UI model, there is two modes. First normal and enlarge. The normal is like this, but the enlarge is like this one. So if you want to lower and back, you can check this here. So save. So inside our website there is a carousel, description, popular entries, and image. So let's try to create the image field. Okay, let's put name as image. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, in Craft we support the group, so to make it easier, neater for us as developer to grouping the field. So for example, this field will be used for which page and extra. you can group in here. So I will use common first. So because I this one want to put image, I put assets. This one is default asset folder, blah blah blah, let's put right by default. So permitted. So because it's I want to only image, so I try to restrict the file types. So let's say it's as image. Okay, like this. The limit number of selectable assets. I try to put one and save. Okay. Next one is there is a popular entries. So what means popular entry in here? So let's say if I have a website that for the TV, and I want to show the list of the popular entry inside the website. So there will be a card. There is some card inside our website. So that's why I put as popular entries. So how do I do this? Let's try to open up this one. First, new field. In here, usually we can use this entries field. But for example, in here is popular entries, and for the fields is entries. So usually I grab the entries. We grab the entries from, how to explain, right? So this field is like a field that you can choose which entries you want to select. Maybe like this. Maybe it is easier when we open up. So let's try to save. And the other is there is carousel. So inside carousel, inside the so this carousel is a group of some image, right? So there will be more than one image, and the text, and there is a title and description inside that. So we can use matrix. So here I put as carousel name. So there will be image. We do same like before, and then there is title and text and description and text and large. So this one is the carousel. So if your field is need more than one input, so you can use matrix for this one. Sorry, save. Oh, something. Oh, sorry, because the title is receive word, so we need to change the title as carousel. Okay, let's save. Okay, so we already set up the field that's needed for our page. So the next one is the section. So what is the section is? So back to before, building a graph is like a host, right? So if the field is like a component inside host, like window and etc., so the section is like the type of host. So there's so many type of house, right? There's apartment, cabin, yes, village codes, village house, and etc. So this one is the section. So because we want to, this one is our home page, so let's name this one page. And section tab by default support 3 section tabs. For singles, singles is a single section that only contain a single, only one page. So for example, our home page is very unique and there is no same layout with the other page, so we will use the single. But if you have some articles, like kind of articles, you can use the channel. So what is the structure? The structure is same with like channel, but there is some parent and child relation inside there. So for now we'll use the singles. So sets the URI, because this is home page, I can just put the checklist here. And for the template page is just leave it as it is, home page and entries. So this one is will be representative, where will our template place. So this one is home page and entry. So when we create our template, we try it like this. Home page and entry. So this one is our templates. Here. By default, graph is super using tweak for the templates. So let's save and edit. So, okay, for one example, I put another one as the entries. I use this one to make it easier to give a sample as the popular entries. So for example, I just using channel, okay, and our field before for the popular entries. Let's say I want to specify the source. I want only can choose from the entries, so I can select the entries itself. Let's save. So here is we already build the backend for our page. So where we can edit the page, so it is inside the entries. After you already set up the entries, the section, you can find inside here entries. So there will be one singles and the channel entries. Okay, for example, let's try put some content here. Okay, so for singles, if you want to try to open here, you can try to open here. Hello, this one is our template. We not yet integrate with the templates yet, so that's why it's only showing hello. So how to edit the content? Oh, sorry, we forgot one thing. Okay, inside our homepage, because we need to build our homepage, so inside homepage we need to put which field that we use inside our homepage. So inside section, inside setting, there is section, and you can click here edit entry tabs. So it is here the field layout. So our homepage there is a carousel, description, popular entries, image, and it is here. So to become neater for the user to edit the our page, we can try to create a new tab. So for example, carousel. So this tab will be only showing the carousel to edit, and description, popular, image, like this. Okay. So then inside our entries there will be 4 tabs that we can use to edit. Okay, let's try save and we go to entries again, page. Tada! So it is here the carousel. So let's try, we want to put image, title 1, description. It is descriptions. If we want to set the carousel number 2, description, and for the popular image, so inside popular image there will be two entries that we set before. So it is here entry 1 and number 2, so we can select them. Try to select if I want to select all. So inside the entry file you can reorder the entries. Yeah, I mean reorder the how we how we be showing the entries. So we can reorder it. And for the image, okay, let's try to save. Okay, we are ready. Set up our home page in here. Okay, so the next one we will be integrate our home page with our templates. So go check the next video. Thank you for watching.